So, vitality. Cultivating vitality is the process of empowering yourself and increasing your efficiency so you can create more value with less energy. So, the experience of vitality is a sense of well being. It feels good. So, over 2 months ago, I was teaching all these classes and just running around all over the place and using so much energy up. And these last 2 months, I have leaned into less is more kind of attitude. So I don't feel as stressed, anxious, or just trivial things that don't bother me. It just don't bother me at all. So hopefully today's practice will cultivate the vitality you may be needing in your life or in your day even today. All right, so we're going to start on our mat. This will be a little bit energetic. I wish I would have talking about it. It will be energetic because we want to wake up the body a little bit. So we're going to start today on in hero's pose. And I'm not very flexible in my quadriceps, and it's a tiny bit uncomfortable sometimes for me to sit on my heels. So I'm actually going to take a couple blocks. I'm going to take 2 of them, and then take a little seat on the block. Just having my knees on either side. Yeah, it feels much better. And just kind of having a little seat. The other thing we're going to do is just kind of incorporate a mudra to start our practice as well. So just ahead and let me start my watch as well, so I kind of get a better idea what the time is. Whatever. Okay, so with the mudra, we're going to take our pinky and our ring finger on each hand and just kind of bring them into the palm. And then bring our thumb so that it's on top. So now we create these little peace fingers. So taking our peace fingers, depending if you can reach the ground, I can obviously, since I'm sitting up on blocks, I can't quite get there, but it's okay. You can go ahead and just kind of put them on your thighs if you can't reach the ground. And just feeling this energetic sensation in our body. A sense of grounding. And we're just going to take a few breaths here. And just really feeling the whole breath fill up the entire body. And feeling as if your body is starting to connect with the earth below. And feeling that energy that it's providing. All right, one more breath in. And exhale it all out. And go ahead, release the mudra. We're going to start to move a little bit. So we're going to sweep the arms up and out. So kind of a little bit of a back bend here. We'll connect the palms together and exhale, hands to heart. Good, nice breath in. Sweep those arms up. And then exhale, hands. Again, inhale. And exhale. We'll do one more. Again, nice deep breath. Almost like a bending back. Reach it back. And then exhale, hands to heart. Very good. Now we're just going to come to our hands and our knees here. And I'm going to place these blocks up towards the top. I will need them for some other posture shortly. You're going to go ahead and bring yourself so that your in a tabletop pose, nice flat back. Just a little bit. And we'll start to move through some cat-cows. So dropping the belly down, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. And then exhale, round into the spine, tucking that chin under. Taking a deep breath and lifting up the heart. And then exhale, rounding to the spine. All right, taking a few more. Again, following your breath. This is always what, our breath is what is our energy source. Our connection with that part of our body. It's moving the energy around. We definitely want to use that energy to kind of harness that, use that breath as to harness that energy. All right, we'll do this last one. All right, go ahead and come back to center. And I'm going to inch my way a little bit towards the center of my mat. We're just going to kind of do some other movements. So walking your hands forward just a teeny bit. I want to shift forward. And I'm kind of in this posture here, lifting again the chest up. And then exhale, lower down. Good. We'll go ahead and untuck the toes. Inhale, lift up to maybe a cobra or baby cobra. And then exhale, press back, child's pose. We'll take a few breaths. All right, so again, shifting forward again. Taking that inhale again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up, cobra. And then exhale down, or not down dog, child's pose. All right, go ahead and get to that tabletop. Again, just shift forward a little bit, lower down. Inhale, heart lift to cobra. And then exhale back, down, back to child's pose. Keep saying down dog. We'll get there eventually. We're just going to start to warm up easily here. All right, so 2 more rounds of that. Coming back up again to the hands and knees. Shifting forward a little bit, lower down. Inhale, heart lift. And then exhale back. All right, last time. Again, shift forward, lower. Inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale back, pushing those hips back. And just taking a few breaths. Now, if you need to, of course, at any point, you're welcome to take yourself back to that child's pose or any other pose that suits your body. It makes you feel home. All right, so from here, coming back to that tabletop pose, let's pop up to plank. And then exhale to down dog, walking out the feet. And just taking a few moments here of breath. As we pedal them out, again, using that breath to, again, really stretch the hamstrings and the calves. All right, let's shift forward again to plank pose. I'm going to drop my right knee down, pivot my left foot, and then reach up for supported side plank. We'll take the arm up over the ear. Taking a few breaths. Good. Come on back. Step back up to plank, and then exhale to down dog. Again, a few times. We're a few breaths will stay here. Again, walking out the feet. Okay. Well, flipping back to that plank, let's lower the left knee, pivot on the right foot, reaching that right arm up and over. Then bringing the hand back down to the mat. Go ahead and bring yourself to the plank. Exhale to down dog. Again, we'll just spend a couple breaths here. Walking the feet out if you want to. All right, coming to stillness. Let's go ahead, shift forward to plank pose, and then exhale, lower down. Either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, heart lift to cobra or up dog. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Bringing the toes together, inhaling up the right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. So kind of shifting forward in our plank pose. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, knee to nose. So this time stepping the foot down on the mat. So find your footing here. And this is always good to have those blocks again handy. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up to crescent lunge. Reach those arms up. Good. Taking a few solid breaths. Again, maybe this back leg is straight, or maybe you have it bent a little bit. Either one's fine, or maybe you're kind of working towards this. Yeah, whatever feels good for the body. All right, so we're going to start to straighten out the front leg. And you do that, bend the elbow. So we're coming into this cactus style with the arms. Try to keep your balance too. Inhale, bend back into the knee. And then exhale. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, open. Do that a couple more times. One more reach up here. And then open it up. Inhale, reach it up, bend into the knee. Good. I'm going to start to reach down for those blocks if you want to. We're just kind of maybe taking the hand to the mat. Want to plant the left hand and then lift up my right arm. So dragonfly twist. Bringing the hand down to the mat or the block. I actually will use the blocks for this next posture. And I'm going to use them at a higher setting. So just take a second to adjust if you need. And then I'm going to straighten out the front legs. Now my back heel is not going to necessarily reach the ground. But that's okay. So taking a nice inhale, flat back here. And maybe this is where you stay. Or maybe you fold in a little bit. You can always take the blocks to kind of help you fold. Adjust your levels. Actually going to stay here. It feels a little better on my back. Okay, go ahead and bend into that front leg. move these out of the way for the moment. And then what I'm going to do is step all the way back into like a one-legged plank pose. So my right leg is actually going to be lifted up. Let's go ahead, lower down. Inhale, heart lift to cobra or up dog. And then exhale, back to child's pose. Taking it back to 3 breaths. All right, good. Coming up to tabletop, tucking the toes, lifting up the hips, downward facing dog. All right, toes come the other end into the other side now. So lifting up the left leg, bringing the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, stand it up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Again, stepping the foot down onto the mat. Finding that space. So again, between your feet, you want to have 2 lanes of traffic going on. And then find your crescent lunge. Taking deep breaths. Good, and we're going to start to straighten out that front leg. Bend those elbows. Open the chest. Excellent. Inhale. Sink back in. Exhale. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend in. We'll do one more. Again, reaching up tall. Bending the elbows. And then again, bending into the front and reach those arms up. Bring the hands down to blocks or the ground. Plant the right hand this time. Lift the left arm up to twist. Finding that dragonfly twist. And then reaching back down. Again, I'm going to use my blocks, kind of walking my left foot in a little bit towards the center of the mat, straightening out my left leg. Inhale, halfway. And then exhale. Again, stay here or folding in. Okay, let's go ahead and move the blocks a little bit, maybe bending into that front knee. Again, this leg is going to just kind of float back into that one-legged plank. So right here. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, heart lift, cobra or up dog. And then again, press it back, child's pose, a couple breaths. Okay, from this position, now we're going to come into a variation, kind of like a camel. So starting here in this pose, where I'm in a high kneel. Again, blocks can be used here just for a moment if you want to use them. Placing them behind the feet this time. If you don't want to use them, that's fine too. Maybe you have flexibility enough where you can do so. What I'm going to do is just reach back for my blocks, placing my hands on the blocks. You might have to kind of walk them back. We want to be able to lift the chest here. Fingers are pointing in towards your hips. And again, you can always use the ground if you're flexible. Keeping the chin tucked here, though, we don't want to necessarily drop the head back too far. Just taking a couple breaths. Good, and then lowering down to your seat, walking yourself back up. I'm going to go ahead and move these just slightly. Again, tabletop pose, then plank, and then exhale to downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths when we get here. All right, let's go ahead and inhale up the heels, bend the knees, look forward towards your fingertips. And then hop or walk all the way up to the top. Good, and we're just going to hang out here for a moment in ragdoll. So blocks can be used if you want to, grab elbow to elbow, bend the knees softly, and sway the body. You can even step the feet apart a little bit if you want. Just relaxing the neck, creating some space back there. All right. And in your ragdoll, go ahead and release the hands. Maybe walk the feet a little bit closer in towards the body. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. So hands can come to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, fold it down. All right, come up the chair. Sit back into your seat. Good. Pull down your shirt if you need to. Let's bring the hands to heart center. We're doing a little purge twist on both sides. So variations are always an option here. I'm going to take my left elbow and then bring it over to my right side. Kind of like almost on my knee. And then pressing the palms together. Maybe opening the wings here. Just being mindful of your left knee and pulling it back if we feel like it's moving forward a little bit. All right, bringing the palms back together. Come back to center. All right, taking a breath in. And then twisting over to the left. So the same thing here. Just kind of connecting that elbow and then opening up. We'll bring it back to center. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. All right, come all the way up to stand. We're going to come up to an extended mountain. So that means reaching those arms up. We're going to spend a couple breaths just kind of lifting the chest, the heart, the gaze. All right, exhale, swan dive down. Reach for the feet. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold it down. Plant the hands. Step it back to your plank. Hop it back. And then exhale, lower down to the mat. Good, inhale, heart lift to cobra or up dog. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Good, inhale the heels up. Bend the knees, hop or walk all the way up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise. Again, reach those arms up to the extended mountain pose. Take a few breaths. All right, next exhale, fold in half. Reach down for your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Take it back to your plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, heart lift. And then exhale, press it back. downward facing dog. Excellent. One more time. Lifting up those heels, bending the knees, hopping, stepping, walking all the way up to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach to rise. All the way up to that extended mountain pose. Good. Next exhale, fold it all. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant the hands. Take it back. Shift it forward, lower. Inhale, heart lift. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and inhale up the right leg. Exhale, and we'll step it all the way to the top of the mat. We're going to come to warrior two to start. Okay. So set up your legs to the body and just closing if needed. And we'll reach the arms out. All right, so kind of moving again energetically here. Let's go ahead and inhale as we do straighten out the front leg again, reaching up. Exhale, bend back in. Good. Inhale again, reach it tall. And then exhale, bend it in. Inhale, reach it up. Nice big breath. Exhale, let all that breath go. Again, inhale. And exhale. All right, this time, again, we'll lift up. Arms come down to halfway. We're going to lengthen forward and float down to triangle pose. So block if you need it. Or your hand can always come to shin, toes, mat. Again, just kind of listen to the body. Feel like you're in between those panes of glass here. So allowing that side to wrap back. All right, good. Bending into the front leg, warrior two. Okay, good. So we're going to do another variation with our arms here as we sit down into our, actually, yeah, let's do that first. Okay, so we're here, and we're going to take our right arm, bend the elbow in front of the face, and come into eagle arms. So we're really lifting them off the face, still keeping those warrior two legs. So maybe your gaze actually comes over the right shoulder. But your arms are still facing the opposite way. They're facing me, they're facing the camera. Good. And as we release the arms, we're going to take it all the way back, reverse, and then exhale, extended side angle. So again, variations here are allowed. And remember I showed this a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you happen to see it. So kind of to get that open rotation of the shoulder, reaching the arm forward and then sweeping it up and over. Yeah. Good. I'm going to cartwheel the hands down to the mat. I'm going to take this right leg all the way back, stepping up to the three-legged dog. Let's go ahead and bend the knee, open the hip. So really kind of pressing the heel in almost towards my butt. Good. We'll set the foot down. Let's go ahead and shift forward to plank. Again, lowering down, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Try to heart lift. And exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Let's bring the toes together, inhaling up the left leg. Exhale and step it forward. Again, we're going to find that warrior two to start. And reach those arms out. Good. We're going to start to lengthen up, reaching the forward or reaching up, straightening that leg. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bend it in. All right, so we'll again lift up, so leaving the leg straight, arms flow down to the T, lengthen forward, triangle pose. Oh, almost don't try to fall when you're doing that. It happens though sometimes. You kind of lose your moment of concentration. You forget to breathe, all that stuff. Good, bend into the front leg again and come back to that warrior two. This time we're gonna bend the left elbow again, bringing it in front of the face, wrapping the right arm underneath now. Let me do those eagle arms. And then looking over the left shoulder as if your arms are extended out into warrior two. Now, if this is not like happening with the neck, you can always just bring your gaze to your hands and being mindful to keep them lifted off of your face, off of the chest. All right, let's go ahead and release the arms. Take it all the way back, reverse warrior. And then exhale. Again, extended side angle here. Bringing the hand out in front and sweeping it up and over your ear. Awesome. All right, cartwheeling the hands down to the mat. Again, pivoting on that back foot. The left foot is going to come all the way up to three-legged dog. Bend those knee, open the hip here. Good. We'll bring the foot down to the mat. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, heart lift. And then exhale, back. Good. Finding downward facing dog. All right, let's go ahead and inhale. And we're going to visit our old friend again, lifting up the right leg. Exhale, step the foot forward. And find a crescent lunge. Yeah, good. Just reach those arms up. This time bringing the hands to prayer. And we're going to twist over to the right. So same concept as when we were in the chair pose. But just now see where our legs are apart. So go ahead and bring that elbow to the thigh. Really press towards that back heel. Find some space. All right. Good. Come back to center. Crescent lunge. All right. Now from here, again, your option. I'm going to bring my hands to the heart and start to hinge forward at my hips. As I'm doing that, I'm going to start to float that left leg up. I notice my head is almost hitting my wall, but that's all right, whatever. Coming into warrior three. So again, your variation here. All right, slowly. And again, always a wall here if you need it, in my case. And then coming up to tree pose. If you fall out of these postures, I mean, you're the only one seeing what you're doing. So I'm the one making a fool of myself, but that's okay. It's all good. All right. Let's see if I can do the other side maybe a little more cleaner. So I'm coming to my version of tree. My hands can stay at your heart, or maybe if you never brought your hands back to your heart, maybe they were reaching up, or they can reach up now. Okay, so taking this left foot, we're gonna cross it over the right ankle, or right thigh, I should say, and kind of have that seat. Now, here's where hopefully your blocks are still in the top part of your mat. Go ahead and bring them to the highest height, or really any height for that matter. And take a little fold here. Really bend into your right leg. Maybe you're kind of hooking the left toe around the knee, around the elbow, I should say. Good. Maybe you're just reaching for the ground here. Awesome. Nice stretch in the hip there. It's awesome. All right, go ahead and slowly kind of unravel the leg. We'll step the foot back to crescent lunge. Just a couple more breaths. And then exhale, we're going to bring the hands down to the ground, step it back to your plank. Let's take a vinyasa here, lowering down to the mat. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling to up dog or cobra. Exhaling to down dog. All right, inhaling up the left leg. Exhale, step it up. Let's find that crescent lunge again. To start. Okay, let's bring the hands to the heart here. And now we're going to take the prayer twist to the left side. So again, kind of rotating, looking that elbow, pressing the palms in, really pushing back that heel. Good. Come back to center. Maybe you stay here. If you do, no problem. Start to angle yourself forward. So hinging at the hips, floating up that right leg. Coming to warrior three. All right, slowly coming up to stand. Yeah, tree pose, guys. Whew. Okay, let's go ahead and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Let's get myself over to my middle part of my mat here. Start to bend in, folding forward a little bit if you can. Again, using blocks if you need them. That's what they're there to help you out, to assist, to bring yourself a little deeper into your postures. They are the bomb. Awesome. Let's go ahead and unravel. We'll step back to that crescent lunge just for a couple breaths. All right, bringing the hands to mat, step it back. Vinyasa here, so lower down. Lift up the heart, and then lift up the hips. Down, downward facing dog. Yeah, take a few breaths. All right, we're going to inhale up the right leg. And then exhale, step it forward. So coming to a runner's lunge for a second. We are going to lower down that left knee. First is coming into a low lunge. And then placing the hands at the heart. We're going to do another little twist here. So prayer twist over to the right side. And if this isn't happening for you, maybe just an open arm twist will work too. So bring it back to center. And I'm going to place my hands on my blocks, walk them back, lift my toes, half splits. Okay, just keeping my heart lifted in this posture. And the back toe can be tucked, or if you prefer it, untucked. That's fine. I just want to get a little stretch in the backs of the toes. All right, so coming back to your, kind of like to your lunging position here, we're going to walk this toe all the way over to the left side of the mat. And you might have to lift up somehow. We're going to come right into pigeon pose. And again, blocks or any props that you need, go ahead and place them there, wherever they need to go. And we'll go ahead and rest down. Just spending a few breaths. All right, inhaling up to your hands and removing your props. We'll roll over to the right hip and bring the left sole, left thigh and the right sole of the foot in together to meet. We do a half butterfly. Now, just kind of also position yourself. You want to start where you're actually facing center. And then we're going to turn over towards the left extended leg and then walk yourself forward. All right, then slowly coming on up, placing the right hand behind the right hip. We're going to roll onto the shin, coming to this gate variation. Excellent. Come on down. And we'll bring the left sole forward and then wrap the right sole or cross the right leg over. And here's another modification. Actually, I'm going to do this just to kind of mix it up. I'm going to take my left leg back so it's kind of curled behind me. All right, and then giving a nice hug into my leg, hug into my knee and towards the chest. I'm going to take the right hand behind me, twisting over to the right. All right, little counter twist over to the left. Awesome. And then kind of walk, unraveling the legs, swinging them around. We'll come back to plank. And then exhale to down dog. Let's go ahead, lift up the left leg. We'll step it all the way up to the top, lowering the right knee, inhaling up to low lunge. Again, taking the twist of your choice. You can be open-armed or a prayer twist or another open arm here, reaching that arm back. All right, bringing it back forward. And then taking your hands to the blocks, walking back, lifting the toes, half split. All right, coming back to that low lunge. All right. Again, you can kind of place the blocks over to the side. We'll inch that other foot over to the right side of your mat, and then come down to your half pigeon. All right, your next inhale, let's go ahead and lift up. And again, rolling over to the left at this time. I'm not gonna bring myself to center first. Might have to move yourself around a little bit. The left full into the right thigh, and then turning towards that right leg. Let's fold in. Good. Go ahead and reach it up. We're going to take the left hand, place it by the left hip, and rolling onto the shin. Let's lift up. Good. Come on down. And again, we'll do the same thing. We'll kind of start by taking the left foot over the right. And then if you want to, crossing that other leg underneath. Kind of almost coming into like a cow face, legs. Another variation of a twist here. So we're going to hug this knee in and twist to the left. All right, little counter twist. All right, so unraveling once again. And we're going to come to a plank pose. And from here, actually, we're going to lower all the way down to the belly. And we're going to get right into some back bends. Just a little one. Let me move this out of the way. All right, so bringing the forehead to center. Tops of the feet down on the mat, so zipping up the legs. And we're going to interlace the fingers at the low back. So at the next inhale, go ahead and lift up to a bound locust pose. Lifting up the chest and the legs, really pointing the toes. Exhale, release it down. Just maybe take a few breaths in between. We're going to do that again. All right. So once again, zipping up the legs, interlacing the fingers at the low back. Let's go ahead and lift it up. Excellent. Lower it down. All right. So yogi's choice for this one. I'm actually going to do bow pose today. And if you wanted to do, if maybe that's not in your practice, just go ahead and do another locust pose or a variation of locust pose. So I'm going to bend my knees here and grab for my ankles. And then you want to try to keep them close together. Bringing your forehead again to the center of the mat. Go ahead, flex the feet and lift up the heart. And slowly release. Let's come into crocodile, making a little shelf for our forehead. Bend the knees here. Windshield wiper the legs. Okay, last couple poses here, guys. All right, let's go ahead and flip onto our back. And we're going to find a little gentle hip opener. So bringing the knees kind of into the chest first. Maybe rocking a little side to side. I'm going to start replacing the hands and the shins. So it's going to open up the legs here so that the toes are touching, kind of like a child's pose on our back. And from here, if you want to, grab onto your ankles or your toes or your feet. Let's come into a happy baby. Or you can always stay where you are too and still kind of find that same gentle opening. And create some movement. Straightening the legs or maybe bending those, bringing those knees a little closer into the sides of the body. Awesome. All right, bringing the legs back to center into the chest. And we're just going to take the arms out to a T. Let's take the hips just gently over to the left and drop the knees to the right. Gaze can be remaining at the ceiling or maybe over to the left side. All right, go ahead. Bring yourself back to center. We'll shift the hips to the right and then drop the knees to the left. Again, keep the arms out in the T formation. Gaze can come to the right side. All right, let's go ahead and bring the legs back to center. And again, just kind of adjusting the body. Maybe feeling the low back and the entire spine, finding length on the floor, on the mat. And then walking the toes all the way to the edges of your mat, bringing the heels out, arms just to your sides, the palms up, and just settling into Shavasana. Starting to deepen your breath. And start to add the gentle movement back into the body, wiggling toes and fingers. Bring that energy back in. Go ahead and sweep those arms up over the head, stretching the body out, finding a nice full body stretch. Bringing the knees into the chest and finding your way to your favorite side. Using your arm as a pillow. And just taking a few moments to observe your breath. And listen to your body. Feel your practice. Acknowledge your practice. All right, go ahead and press into the ground, lifting yourself up to a comfortable seat, your eyes remaining closed. And again, we'll bring our hands to heart center. So reaching them up, again, nice big opening. Connect at the heart. So thank you so much for sharing your energy and your practice with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your week. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye, center of the forehead. The divine light in me honors the divine light in each of you. And together we bow. Namaste. All right, thank you so much. So hopefully you got a little sweat going on today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care. Bye.